Real quick, I am not in any way a professional. I have no degree, I have no art schooling to speak of, and I might use incorrect terminology throughout this video, that I will do my absolute best to avoid that. The only thing I want to do here is to help someone improve. So, with that, hi, my name is Null. A few weeks ago, I asked my Instagram followers if they wanted an art tutorial or anything specific, and they wanted to know how I got my colors. Sounds great. Here's the thing. In the past 7 years, I've picked up a lot on color theory, and I'm still actively learning. I can't fit all my knowledge into one script, no matter how much I'd love to. What I can do for you right now is give you a sample size to get started. My main focus for today, for right now, is character design. I love and I'm obsessed with character design. This won't focus much on color meaning or matching your palette to fit a specific vibe. It's more the technical tutorial on picking color. To start simple, here are some of my favorite designs. A running theme that I love to use is complementary colors. For example, there's orange and blue, there's pink and green, and there's pink and green but in a different font. Knowing the basics of how to read a color wheel, that will help you here. In the absolute simplest way, on a color wheel, the colors that are across the wheel from each other, i.e. blue and orange or yellow and purple, those are complements. How I apply these colors to a character is using a technique called color balancing. What I end up doing is putting the main color or the complement on what I call anchor points. Please note, this is not a technical term. I made it up. Your main goal here is to keep the colors feeling even and to have the eyes of your audience bouncing around the character. Take for example, June. Her main color is pink, but I have green placed intermittently all throughout her design. On the top of her head, on her ears, on her waist, her ankles. Like weights, they keep the design balanced and all the bits of green keep the eyes wandering. This use of complementary color is also useful for making characters that are meant to look good together, like my vampire and my zombie girl. Red and green, those are complements, so vampire is bathed in red and zombie girl is caked in green. That's thematic and it's good color theory. Speaking of making things stand out, something that I learned fairly recently is color values. To make this easier to understand, I'll bring in Vampire. She doesn't have a name, I just call her Vampire. I'll bring her in as an example. I love her, but this is a design where I don't think I've succeeded yet. She has a strong silhouette, but is lacking in good color. She has a red-pink theme with a little smidge of green, and it's technically a monochrome palette, meaning made up of all one color, which works. But when working with monochrome, or literally any colors, value is very important. Value is the darkness or brightness of a color. If your values are all too similar, the design can look muddy or hard to read. The best way to check and change your value is with grayscale. If you're working in a program, find out which setting or button makes everything grayscale, or if you're working traditionally, you can photograph your art and put it through a filter in your phone. That will work as well. Back to the design. Vampire is bathed in dark colors, and it makes her a bit of a blob. Let's contrast that with Junie. I know I keep bringing her in, but I genuinely love her design. She's a bit of a fan favorite, and I love her and I die for her. Anyway, when in grayscale, you can still see the distinct difference in color. That is what you're aiming to achieve here. If you're having trouble choosing colors, there's absolutely zero shame in Googling a color palette you think fits the vibe of your character and playing around with color combinations. Have fun with it, experiment, and do research of your own, because I am just one woman here, and I don't have all the answers. Like I said, I'm just scraping the surface here, and I'm not a professional. If you want genuinely solid advice from people who know what they're saying, I have a playlist made up, and I'll have links to a few different resources that I found to be particularly helpful. I'm recording this on the floor of my closet and my feet have gone completely numb. And I'm trying to stand up and I keep getting pins and needles